Merry Christmas! Oh! I don't know if that was... Hi everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, if you are joining me for the first time, I am Julie Montague, the American Viscountess, and we are on day 4 of our homemade English Christmas. Today, we are going to be making something that is quintessentially English around Christmas, which are Christmas crackers. Now, when I first moved to this country, I had no idea what a Christmas cracker was. Honest, I had no idea. They are so much fun, and of course, we use them every single year. But I think because of, the past couple of years, we've all gotten a little bit craftier. I know I have myself, definitely gotten a little bit craftier, and we're starting to make things, homemade gifts, or at least around the holidays, sort of a lot more homemade food rather than always buying it at the store. So that is what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be showing you how to make Christmas crackers. Now, lucky for me, I have Claire here, who's usually behind the lens filming me, but Claire is actually, what do you call it, Claire? You are a crafter.
Yeah, I guess you would say that. Yeah,
you're a crafter.
Now, yeah.
Right, now you do, because you go to a lot of Christmas fairs around, in the southwest of England.
I try to.
You are very busy every weekend. Claire also was here for our very own Mapperton Christmas Fair, and you can watch a lot of that over on our sister channel, Mapperton Live. But you did really well that day, didn't you?
I did. It was a very good day.
It was a very good day. So how can people find you?
So I am on Facebook and Instagram under Antlers Lodge Creations, and then I've now set up a website as well. So that's just Antlers Lodge as well.
But our Christmas fair, you said, was one of your best Christmas fairs.
Yes,
right?
it was. Yeah, no, it was.
Exactly. And also, you might have seen Claire on a previous video when we were making baubles as well. So you'll be able to go back to that other video where we were making a bauble. I mean, you are really, really crafty.
I try, yeah.
So we are making your country's Christmas crackers today.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of stuff here. So tell me what we have here.
Well, we've obviously got the tube that you need, so we're going to be making these. One I made earlier.
Yes, it's
as an example.
Lovely. It's such a good example. And the other thing also I was going to say is Claire's put a little tag here that you can have Merry Christmas, but you can also put people's names. So you can use this as your place, in a sense, your place setting.
Yeah, you can decorate them however you like as well.
Which is amazing. Yeah. And I have to just quickly point out, these are loo rolls, I should say, right? Or toilet rolls, but I'll use the English term loo rolls. And again, lucky for my husband and I, we just did an episode on basically ancient English loos. And so when we were going through all those loos, we found some empty ones, and it was perfect. So maybe we'll use them today. Right, so you're gonna need to collect these from your home.
Yeah, so some toilet roll tubes, some brown paper, because we're trying to be eco-friendly, so we have eco-friendly brown paper.
Love it.
You can decorate it with some string. We've got some bits of ribbon. You can have a Christmas cracker puller to give it that important snap.
Anyway, so you've got these Christmas snaps. I did go to the craft store because when you pull the cracker, it's nice just to have a little bit of confetti. So I've got a little bit of some star confetti that we'll put into the tube, and I've got some reindeer confetti.
Yeah.
Then I went foraging, and just right outside, luckily on the dovecote, which is the 17th century dovecote, where the doves all have a lovely house. On the side of it are lovely rose hips. And we use these for wreaths and swags, especially around Christmas time. I've made rose hip juice from this before, but we're gonna use that to decorate as well.
To decorate it.
All right.
And you're gonna need a ruler and a pencil as well for some important measurements.
A ruler and a pencil. And it looks like you've got a score, what is this called? A scoring mat.
That's just a craft mat. And then I've also got a scoreboard because I find it easier to make folds with a scoreboard first.
Right, so
I have already measured you some squares or some pieces of paper that are 23 centimeters in height, but now we need to do some measurements along it.
Okay.
So we need to measure 5 centimeters from the edge, and then put a little mark.
Okay.
So I will let you do that as well.
So 5 centimeters from the edge.
Yeah.
And should I put a mark at the top?
Yeah, just a little mark at the top, and then to get a nice straight edge, just put a little mark at the bottom as well at 5 centimeters
Okay,
as
at
well.
5 centimeters as
Because
well.
then we can just line them up.
Yep.
Then if you draw that line down.
So I've got to draw this line
Yeah,
down.
so you've got to do 5 centimeters.
Okay, got that. And
then another 2.5 centimeters from that line.
from that line,
Yeah,
from the
from that
line I
line.
just drew 2.5, and I'll put a little dot there. Yep.
Yep, and then same at the bottom to get it nice and straight.
Okay.
And then another 2.5 centimeters.
Do I draw a line?
Oh, yeah,
there?
draw that line as well.
Okay, great.
And then another 2.5 centimeters from that line as well.
Okay.
Yep, so then another 2.5
Oh,
centimeters
another
from
2.
that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and then down at the bottom.
Yep.
And yes, I am afraid, everybody, that I have not converted this to inches
Oh, sorry.
because we are in England, so we're doing, but if you get a good ruler, it'll have both.
Yeah.
So there you go. And I figure since we're doing, you know, the British Christmas cracker, we should keep it in the metric system rather than the imperial. Okay.
There you go. So you've got, if I quickly draw my lines
Yep.
as well, so you've got 5 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters, and 2.5 centimeters. Then you want to get your tube and lie it down sort of next to the last line that you've done, but with a tiny bit of space.
Okay, like a tiny
Yeah,
bit.
just
okay.
a tiny amount, and then draw a line just past where the tube finishes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to do the same measurements again, but backwards. So you want to do 2.5 centimeters from that line that you've sort of where the tube ended.
Where the tube ended. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going backwards. So I've done 2.5 centimeters here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then 2.5 centimeters there, and then the same thing.
Yeah,
Another 2.5
another 2.5 centimeters.
And then I could draw my lines after I do my little dots.
Yeah, that's all right.
Another 2.5 centimeters, and then 5.
And then 5
It should be
centimeters
5.
should be on the end.
And it is.
Yep.
Phew.
My measurements are okay.
Okay, exactly. They're perfect, Claire. So then I'm going to do the same thing and draw the line.
Yep, draw the lines. So now we need to do some folds. So if you don't have a scoreboard, you can just sort of fold it over and then fold it where you see your line peeking over the top. But I find it easier to use a scoreboard. So if I move that out of the way.
See, she is the real thing. She's a real crafter here.
So if we line up the line that you've drawn with one of the score lines, and then use that end, yeah, that end. So you can just score it along. It just makes folding a little bit easier. So we want to go down and along all of the lines that we've just done.
This could be maybe, you know, if you're really into this, you could ask for a scoreboard. Is that what they're called? A scoreboard?
I think they're called a scoreboard, yeah.
Scoreboard
Or
for
scoring
Christmas.
board.
A scoring board. There we go.
Because that will just make it a bit easier when we come to fold it.
Yes, I agree.
They're already there. So if I let you have that.
Okay.
So you want to do that on all of your lines.
On all of my lines.
And I will quickly draw in my other lines.
Okay, great. So I'm just scoring these
Yeah,
now.
just lightly scoring it.
So
Yeah,
now,
so they're all done. So now you can, if you turn it over, you'll be able to see faint lines of where you've scored it.
And a
so
couple
then
holes.
you can, and a couple holes, yeah. So then you can just fold them all over.
okay. So I do one.
Do one like that is what I found easier. Then you can sort of just pinch the middle and the middle line will
Yep.
fold. And then you can just fold it back over and it should fold back over onto the line that you've scored.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely easier with scoring. You're exactly right.
So then you've got, oh, I went slightly off there. Then
Okay.
you've got the folds. Lie it back flat like that with your lines showing.
Yeah, I've got my lines showing.
Then if you just sort of pinch the last bit and then the bigger bit,
Yeah.
because you want this middle bit to fold up.
To fold
Yeah.
up. Okay.
So then if you just do that, so that when you flatten it out, it naturally wants to sort of.
Got it. I think. Is that right, Claire?
Yep, that's right.
Now what am I doing?
Now you want to do the same on the other side.
So Claire, what we could do is, I mean, listen, you have to have a crown.
Yeah.
I put in some extra confetti, and you kind of do need some jokes.
You do
Because
need
then
some
everybody
jokes.
around the table. So comment down below if you have some really good jokes that we could use. Because we're only going to be making a couple today.
Yeah.
We're going to carry on after this video and after it airs. And again, people will be watching this hopefully every Christmas.
Yeah.
But do comment down below some really good jokes that we could put in, and we'll come up with some really bad ones today.
Yep.
All right, next up.
Right, so now, this is one that I've done earlier. We're going to be putting in these little V's so that when you roll it, it naturally sort of, that's the scrunchy bit at the end of your cracker.
Right.
So it will go like that. So again, there's lots of measurements involved in this as well.
Okay.
Yep, so you want to flick that bit under at the sort of middle of your spiky bit. And then we're going to just turn it around this way just to make it easier.
Gotcha.
So now you want to take a ruler and you want to go measure 1 centimetre in and just do a little mark.
Okay.
Let you do that.
I've got my pencil. Centimetre in and do a little mark.
And do a little mark, And then from that centimetre, we're going to do another mark every 1.5 centimetres all the way along.
And from that centimetre, then every 1.5 centimetres and a little, I'm just going to put a little mark.
Just do your little mark every 1.5 centimetres.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, while you measure, I've just realized there's a lovely aroma.
It does smell really nice in here.
Really nice, doesn't it?
It
So
does.
if you watched day 3 of my homemade English Christmas yesterday, we made mulled cider. And I've put it back on, and I'm now going to give Claire, would you like some?
I would love some, thank you.
So to make it even more festive, I'm gonna give Claire, I won't give you too much, just so we can make sure that we can cut, I'll give you a little bit more than that, so that we can cut properly and we can measure properly, because remember, there is a wee amount of alcohol in here, right? But hopefully some of it has been sort of, you know, burned off. It's quite hot, Claire, so.
Thank you.
Lovely glass. It does say to put your mulled wine in either glass mugs, but this is lovely here. So cheers. Should we be careful?
Thank
it's
you.
quite hot,
It's
so
hot,
careful. Gosh, that's lovely. Isn't that
very
lovely?
nice, thank you.
That is lovely.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we've done our 1.5 centimetres all the way along. We're now going to measure 0.5 centimetre on this bottom line and draw a little line there. And then this is the tricky bit, because now from that little 0.5 centimetre, we're going to do a line at 1 centimetre, and then at 1.5 centimetres, and then all the way along, doing 1 centimetre and 1.5 centimetres, 1 centimetre and 1.5 centimetres. So you should have sort of
so lots of little
two little lines together. Yeah.
But you start with first 1 centimetre.
Start with, come in at 0.5
centimetre.
centimetre first.
Yeah.
And then from that 0.5 centimetre line, do 1 centimetre.
And 1.5 centimetres.
And then 1.5 centimetres, and then 1 centimetre and 1
Oh my
centimetre.
goodness. Okay. Okay, it worked out perfectly, to be honest.
Brilliant.
Okay, excellent.
So then once you've done that, I'll let you do this next bit. You're gonna line up your first line at the top with the second line that you've drawn.
Oh my goodness.
And you're just gonna go all the way along, lining them up.
Okay. Okay. So really
One
it's
way.
kind of the one that you can see.
Yeah.
So the first at an angle. So I want to do the first.
Yep, the first line at the top with the second line at the bottom.
And then I do that all the way across. Got it.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah. So now you've done all of those
That
lines.
looks good.
Yeah. You then want to line up all the other little lines. So the little line at the bottom with then just the top line to create a triangle all the way along.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that one. I see.
Yeah. You might have a little one at the end that doesn't quite make a triangle. But yeah, you'll see that they'll all make triangles all the way along.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So these little dots are helping me.
Yep, they're
bring
just
it
going to
down.
help you make a triangles
Triangle.
all the way along.
Got it, got it,
so
got
then
it,
when
got
we
it.
cut them out, we'll have a nice
Got it.
row of diamonds.
So that's what
down
those
the middle.
other little, gotcha. Okay. Okay, I've done it.
Yep, so then you have to do that all again on the other side to get your other triangles, the other side.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that whole thing again.
Make sure, remember, you've got to fold that under so you have the fold
Under.
under. Yep.
Great.
And then just do that all again. So now you've drawn out all of your little triangles going along. We're now ready to just then cut all of those triangles out. So just literally cut straight along the little lines.
Okay.
And then make sure that
So you're literally cutting them out?
You're literally, yep, so you should be left with lots of little triangles. Yep.
What about the very end one?
Yep, you can cut the very end one. I just didn't snip that bit.
Okay, you can cut the very, okay.
Yep.
I just like to look at Claire's.
So then just, yep, keep cutting out all of your little triangles. And you'll have to do that on both sides as well.
Okay.
So you then should end up with something that looks a bit like that. Yeah, so they
okay, yeah,
should end up with something like that.
Yep, look it. Hooray!
Yeah.
Yep.
So grab your tube.
Right.
Yeah, so now just grab your tube and literally just pop it at the end. And you're just gonna roll it, and you'll see that the ends that you've cut, those nice diamond shapes, will naturally want to sort of fold in on themselves.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's working, Claire. I'm sorry. It is. This is incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
So
Okay.
you'll see that sort of then when you can pinch the ends,
Perfect.
they'll make that sort of nice cracker shape.
Exactly.
So now we know that it definitely works. We can put a little bit of double-sided sticky tape just along sort of where the two bits are going to meet.
Definitely works. This, I mean, I might be the hero of Christmas, maybe, or maybe I might be speaking too soon. Okay?
Yeah. So just cut a bit of, or you can just use some, if you don't have double-sided sticky tape, you can just use some sellotape on the other side because it won't really show.
So I'm gonna roll it up.
Yep.
It's stuck. Yep.
Yep, so now it's like that. You now want to put the stuff that you want to put inside your Christmas cracker.
What about the snap?
Inside, yeah, and the snap as well.
So these are the, these are the crack that it makes. That's Christmas crackers. So we just put them in.
Just literally feed it through.
Perfect length. Well done, Claire. It's literally perfect.
Yeah, so you just want to make sure that you've got like the two ends of your snapper that
I've got that.
will be in. Yeah, so there's your snapper. And then anything else that you want to put inside?
Well, I'm gonna put, so jokes, we've got to put in a
We
joke.
do have to put some jokes in.
Stephen, our cameraman, have you come up with any jokes for us?
Okay, top 50 worst Christmas cracker jokes. Who hides in a bakery at Christmas?
Claire, do you know? Who hides in a bakery? Who hides in a bakery?
A mince.
Oh my goodness!
A mince spy?
Yeah, spot on.
A mince spy, okay.
That's terrible. That's one.
That's one. And I'm going to very quickly stop you with the jokes there. I'm going to say that putting in confetti, I think if we tie the end up first, one end.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Claire. I was like, all my Rudolphs
It was just going to fall back out the other end.
To the other end. Right.
So if you're going to put things in, let's tie one end up first.
Okay, so let's tie one end up. Let's use some, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to make it a little bit colorful.
Yeah, I'm going to use some just brown string.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we just tie one end
So we're going to
up
tie
first.
up one end, everybody.
Yeah.
And then we can start to stuff the cracker and make sure, but you need to put your snap in first.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then we can
Then we can fill it with confetti.
Then we can fill it with confetti. Claire was looking at me like, I don't think she's doing it right. It's all coming out. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And crowns, Claire, we do have to put in crowns. So I'm just gonna make little squares with our jokes. I'm gonna use Stephen's really bad joke.
What kind of music do elves listen to?
What kind of music do, I'll do that.
What kind of music do elves listen to?
Rap.
Oh, God. Rap.
Oh my gosh, I had to, okay. And
One last good one.
One last bad joke, okay.
Why do birds fly south in the winter?
Something about migrate. Missilegrate, no.
No, I'm not sure.
Because it's too far to walk.
I think we need new
Okay,
jokes.
yeah, this is terrible. That is, Steven's fired.
Stick to the day job.
Terrible. All right, I'm gonna put my bad joke in. I'm gonna put
Yeah.
Steven's bad joke in.
So the jokes
now I
can
can
go
put
in.
my confetti in. Thank you, Claire.
Yeah.
And I think last,
We need a hat.
okay, crowns, Claire, before we tie the other end.
Yeah, so we're going to be making some crowns as well. So they're really easy to make. Like that.
Yep, so we bought some tissue paper.
Yeah, so we've got some nice gold tissue paper. And this technique will make 4 crowns.
4 crowns, so there we go. I'll put this
Yeah.
on. This fits perfectly, Claire, well done. I have quite a small head, so did
So
you make
yeah,
this for
so
me?
you want to measure your head first so that you don't end up with a massive crown. That keeps
But if
falling
you
in.
can't measure somebody's head, what would you say would be the measurement?
I would say probably about 23 inches. Yours was 22.
Right, 23.
Yeah.
You know, if you know who's coming to your Christmas party, and we're doing inches here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. If you know who's coming to your Christmas party, I know that 24 inches sounds like quite a lot, but if you have people coming with,
Yeah.
you know, not as small as head as mine, mine's
I
a
reckon
22 inch.
22 to 24.
Yeah,
And you're
22
sort of,
is size small, 23 is a medium, and 24 is a
24
large
would be a
head.
large,
There we go.
yeah.
Perfect. So you can make several sizes. All right, so we'll go
yeah,
23.
We'll go
medium.
23. So you want to just move some of this out of the way.
This is perfect.
So we've got a nice tissue paper, and we're going to fold it into 4. So
Okay.
we're just going to go down, straight back down the middle where it was already folded. And then we'll fold it again.
So luckily, when you buy tissue paper, it's already folded in the middle. Makes it much easier.
It does. Okay, and then I'm going to get you to do some measuring again.
Oh, my favorite
So
thing.
now then, if we measure, so what we're going to do 23 inches.
Yeah, we're gonna do 23. We're gonna do size medium.
Yeah, so measure then along 23 inches and then draw a
Here's
little line.
12. You think that this is so enormous, right? When we were looking at doing this, we were like, this is such a big head, because you get to here,
And it does look, yeah.
and you think, my head can't possibly be that big. But it is.
Yep.
Size medium,
So
right.
now we're going to cut along that line so we have a strip that's 23 inches.
And I'm gonna do it the Claire way. I'm gonna make sure that I draw the line first. Then it will make it much easier to cut.
To cut,
Okay?
yeah.
Yep.
So then once you've got that, you then want to fold it in half and then in half again.
Fold it in half. And by the way, you don't have to do gold. You can get all sorts of different colors.
Yeah, any colour you like.
Christmas of tissue paper. Okay, fold it in
Yeah,
half.
so once you've got it like that, then cut the top off and the bottom off just to separate them so you can make 4.
How
4
big? How
crowns.
much?
Just
Doesn't
a
matter.
little bit, yeah, just so that the fold isn't there anymore.
Just a little bit of the top.
Yeah, and a little bit at the bottom.
Okay.
So now we're going to do some more triangles. So now just cut out a big sort of triangle one.
Okay. Yeah. And would you draw that, Claire? Do you think? So a big one here.
Yeah, well they're going to be your bits of crown. So they're going to be the bits, these bits.
Oh, right. So I'm just going to do a triangle, right? Halfway up, kind of.
Yeah. Depends how big you want your crown.
I'm going to go here. So I can do a couple, do you think?
Yeah. And then make
And then
sure
that
that you
one.
end on sort of half a triangle.
So can I go to the very end
Yeah,
there?
so go to the very
Oh,
edge.
so you want to end on half a
End on
triangle.
half
I
a
think I've done it
triangle.
exactly right. So
Brilliant.
yeah. So I've ended on a half a
Half
triangle,
a
there.
triangle.
So that goes
yeah.
up.
So now you just want to cut those triangles out.
Fantastic. Okay.
So then when you open them up, you should have, obviously I've stuck this one together, but you should have 4 sort of separate long bits.
Oh my goodness. And you do.
Yeah.
Claire, you're a
There's-
genius.
There's your other ones.
Yes.
So then now, obviously that's then your basic crown. You've just got to wrap it around and stick the 2 ends together with some double-sided sticky tape or just some
Yep.
sellotape. And then you have your crown.
Okay, this is amazing. Yes.
Perfect fit.
It's perfect. It's a perfect fit.
Brilliant.
All
There you
right.
go. Now we have our
So,
crowns.
Now we've got our crowns. And we need to put them in our crackers.
I think if we just sort of neatly fold them, then we'll
Nice,
pop it
nice.
into the cracker.
Okay, into the cracker it goes. Yep.
Yeah. So
Make
we've
sure you get it
got-
all the way down. Mine's all the way down, so it's not in the string bit.
Yeah. So we've got a cracker pull in there, some confetti, a joke, and now a hat.
And now a hat. Fantastic.
So now we can tie off the other end. Now we've finished putting things in there.
And then we get to really decorate it.
And then we can decorate them. You can decorate them with anything you want. So I went with some nice sort of foliage that I foraged from the garden a couple of days ago for mine, but you can decorate them, you can stamp them.
You can put, you can find just sort of tags.
Yeah,
so you can even use like your
tags.
Christmas tags. We've done little Merry Christmas tags here. This is my Christmas cracker.
And then I've done that one.
And then Claire's is
So again,
beautiful
you
as
can
well.
decorate them however you like.
Yep. And you could even put stamps on the
Yeah.
eco paper. So if you've got stamps, go ahead, put those on as well. Anyway, this was so much fun, Claire. And we're gonna continue to make a few more because there are 6 of us, 4 children, myself and a husband. And actually I think we have quite a lot for, Claire and I might be here for a very long time because we have quite a lot of people over here for Christmas. I'm just kidding, but I'm gonna continue to make these and hopefully you found this really useful. Do let us know down below in the comments below any bad jokes that you have as well, any other things that you might insert into your Christmas crackers or tips for us for next year. Be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe, and make sure that you put turn on notifications as well so that you know when the next homemade English Christmas video is coming out, which will be tomorrow. Merry Christmas!
Yay!